Hi everyone. Hi Amor.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. So I guess we can start now. Hi everyone. Happy Sunday. You are watching our program FHS Live. This program is brought to you by the Filipinske Hjelpesamfund in Norge, or the Filipino Helping Society in Norway, or FHS, Tulungan sa Pangalawang Tahanan. FHS was founded in 2013 by Sally Ria Malayan, who started it with a very good cause, helping people in need during the super typhoon in the Philippines. FHS celebrated its 10th anniversary last year, and the association keeps on growing with more and more volunteers each year. If you want to know more about FHS, you may follow us or message us through Facebook, the Filipinske Hjelpesamfund in Norge, where we are airing right now, or email us at info@fhsnorge.org.
That's right. And we'd like to invite you to watch our FHS Live every month. This one, FHS Live. And you can also request Filipino songs that you miss hearing. Just comment them below and we might be able to play them for you during our live session.
Yes. So not that I'm prepared to sing, but I just want to let our viewers know that with FHS you can hone your talent, and be it singing, writing, designing, or other technical skills. Um, we have different teams for different projects that we can utilize what we've got for a good cause, right, Amor?
That's right. But it's time to get back to our topic for today first. And let me introduce myself. I'm Amor. Greetings from Trondheim and a warm welcome to all tuning in on this delightful Sunday morning. And alongside my esteemed co-host Cleo, we're here to guide you through today's discussion. As a member of the FHS organization collaborating with the Midwayers team, I've been immersed in Norway for a while now. Not exactly a newcomer, but still embracing the vibrant energy of this beautiful country. I've been in Norway since 2022. Yeah. How about you, Cleo?
Hello, everyone. I'm Cleo. I'm also an FHS volunteer and a member of a Team Newbie in Norway. I'm currently an au pair in Bærum, and I started my term here back in 2022 of September. And it's been an extraordinary experience so far. My experience as an au pair in Norway is also ending soon, but
Mm.
in fact, I'm one of the last batch of lucky au pairs who were able to experience the program before it was abolished last month.
Yeah, you're truly lucky.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes, I heard
truly.
about that, Cleo. It's quite unfortunate, and that is actually that we will be talking about today, the closure of the OPR program. This
Yes.
topic actually resonates deeply with my professional experience as I also volunteer for Caritas here. We're
Oh,
assisting OPRs to integrate into Norwegian society. So yeah,
yes.
we try to create activities for them
Yes, I've been
to
to
help
one
them.
event actually, and it's really nice. We got to go to a monk for free, and I was like,
Yes,
oh,
for
that's
free.
really, really nice.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the reason why I look forward to this topic. Talking to our guests today to know their thoughts about the closure of the au pair program. I know that the abolishment of the au pair program had long been discussed. It was first proposed in 2015, but was voted down. However, that initial proposal ignited discussions on the topic, which led to the eventual abolishment of the program this year. As an au pair, do you know some of the reasons behind the abolishment?
Yes, there were some solid arguments for the abolishment, Amor. Primarily, there were a lot of concerns that the program was being misused, and
Mm,
critics argued that the program was quite exploitative and became a way for some wealthy families in the West to hire cheap
mm,
labor for childcare and housework. Au pairs often worked long hours relatively, with
mm.
low pay compared to the standard domestic
Yeah.
worker rates. And there were also questions about the protections of well-being of the au pairs. Some
Mm.
also felt the program contradicted Norway's egalitarian values, creating an imbalance between au pairs and the families.
Oh, unfortunately, such cases marred a program that was meant to be a cultural exchange and beneficial for both au pairs and families. I know many au pairs who really enjoyed their experience and stay with their hosts here in Norway. And for many, it was a life changing experience. Some have even migrated and integrated pretty well. I
Mm-hmm.
know some of them into Norwegian society. And today, we'll be hearing directly from some previews and current au pairs about their experiences and hear firsthand stories of what it's like to be an au pair in Norway.
Yes, I'd love to hear other experiences as well and see how it may be similar to or different to my experience. Who's our first guest, Amor?
Yes, our first guest is Miss Joan Cabadido. She was an au pair in 2019 to 2020 in Ørsta for a Norwegian family. She now lives in Trondheim with her Norwegian hubby and daughter. Is she here? Hello,
Yes, I think she's
Joanne.
here.
We're just waiting for her to get her camera fixed.
Yes.
Can you hear us, Joanne? You're on mute.
Yeah, I think they're still doing something in the technical. I think her mic is not enabled. Let me just check.
Mm.
Hmm.
While we're at it, we'd like to invite our audience to visit our website to know more about FHS. So that's
Hmm.
www.fhsnorge.org.
Yes, and um, we would also like to invite you to follow us on our other social media channels. On we have an Instagram and we have a Facebook page as well. So yeah, make sure to check out those pages. Okay, I
Is
think
she
I'm
on now?
still. I think
Maybe we
there's nothing.
can, yeah, maybe we can call in our second guest while we fix some technicalities with Joanne's
Mm-hmm.
connection.
Oh, all right,
Hi, hi,
Christy.
Christy. Ah, beautiful.
Hello.
Yes.
Sorry for
Yeah, let's.
well. Hello po.
Yes,
Hi.
Christy.
Hello.
So you're currently an au pair here, right?
Yeah. I am
Okay.
currently an au pair in Norway, Trondheim, Norway.
Also, you're in Trondheim, or
Yeah, I'm in Trondheim, Norway.
okay? Let me just pull up my questions for you. Is that okay?
Yeah, of
She
course.
actually started
um.
her au pair journey in Denmark, Cleo. I, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you say that?
So you were in Denmark previously, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
maybe.
started my au pair journey in Denmark October 2020 until 2022. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, it was actually January until January 2023 because my visa was extended.
Since
Mm.
we're at it, maybe you can tell us a little about yourself first.
Well, hi everyone. I'm Christy Tubiano. I'm 28 years old from Philippines, General Santos City, Philippines. Um,
Bisaya.
Bisaya, good.
Hello sa mga Bisaya.
Hello mga Bisaya, mga gapat.
Mga gapa, totoo.
um, and I started my au pair journey in Norway last year, starting
Mm,
April 2023.
mm.
Um,
How was your finding a host and getting a visa? Was it easier when you were from the Philippines to Denmark, or was it like quite the same from
um,
transitioning from Denmark to Norway?
no, it's actually like different because it was my cousin Claire who actually
Oh,
introduced me to the care program. So her host family was my host family. So
also
I
you had like like a switch.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay, and referrals. Yeah, I
Um,
often hear it from um actually majority of au pairs, it's more on referrals, like just word of mouth. And then I was actually referred by someone I met online. She was like, do you want to be an au pair still? Because I heard about this program back when I
Mhm.
was a teenager, but I didn't really pursue it because I was like, I'm not ready to do it. And then eventually I got referred to, and I was like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Is
my
there a
previous,
difference in your experience as an au pair in Denmark versus here when you're in Norway?
yeah, for me, absolutely. There's a huge difference in my own experience. So,
Okay.
yeah. Um, well, in Denmark, I have had three host families actually.
Oh,
So,
you changed three
yeah,
times.
three times. So it was really different in my own experience. So in here, I have a lovely host family. They are so cool. So I am for sure staying here for like,
You're finishing the term.
yeah, yeah, hopefully,
Yes. Okay,
yeah.
that's actually really nice because I've heard, yeah, there's quite a difference when it comes to like what you have to do in the household when you're in Denmark. So
Yeah, absolutely. Everything, no, not everything, but mostly in my own experience,
yes.
um, the the time, how they communicate, and how they need you in their household. And
Yes, yes. Like
yeah,
the purpose that they really hired you in the first place
yeah,
is like
it's
different in
actually,
their
actually
heads.
well, it's just in my own experience because some of my friends have had a nice experience in Denmark. Yeah,
Oh
but
yes, yes. Actually, it will really vary. You get lucky and then you get unlucky. So, yes.
yeah.
Okay. What were your first couple of months in Norway like? Did you have an arrangement when you first came in with the host? Like, you have to have an agreement of how it works inside the house.
Oh yes, of course. Before actually, it's during the interview when I was searching for the host family in Norway. During the interview, you have to ask, or both has have I mean, both have to communicate about,
Yes.
yeah, the job,
Yeah.
or yeah, the schedules and everything. But when the first couple months when I arrived here in Norway, were both actually exhilarating and challenging because I arrived April 2023 and I thought
Mm-hmm.
it's springtime. So,
Oh yeah.
but it's still like snowy.
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes. That's
yeah,
always a
and
thing here.
yeah, and adjusting to a new environment, the language and daily
Mm-hmm.
routine took a little some time. But my host family's warmth and support made the transition smoother. So
Oh
while
yeah.
there were, like, of course, adjustments, overall my host work arrangement exceeded my expectations. Their
Oh, that's
open, yeah, their open communication and flexibility allowed me to settle in comfortably and focus building strong bonds with my host family. They're so
yeah,
cool.
that's really nice. I think I would say that the regions are more like, I would say that they are more into following the rules compared to
Yeah,
like in Denmark actually.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh
my own experience.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just in your own experience. We're not saying anything here is like official, and it's
yeah,
it's just in our own experiences.
yeah.
I'd love to know more about your experience with the Norwegian people, and have you tried any cultural activity so far?
Yeah, absolutely. With the help, of course, of Caritas. Thank you so much. And my host families who helped me get to know Norwegian culture and in general Norwegians. So I found Norway to be welcoming and vibrant country, beautiful. And the Norwegian people have been have been so friendly and inclusive. You know what I mean.
Okay. Yeah,
And
that's
I've
really
been
nice. That's really nice. Yeah, I think Amor
I
has a couple of
agree.
questions for you.
I agree with
yeah,
you. Yeah, within my 2 years here,
yeah.
I felt that too with Norwegians. I'm interested to know if you were asked one thing that could be improved in the program, this au pair program. What would it be first?
Um, First is improved communication. So channels would be at the top of my list. Um, Having clearer guidance and regular updates on the
Okay.
program changes or support resources would be greatly beneficial to the current au pairs and ending a smoother and more enriching experience for everyone involved.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to confirm that. So you think that it would be better that for all the au pairs to at least have like a notice board online, something like that, for you to go to and check things, just whatever it is that is up for au pairs.
Yeah, and also maybe there are some um, seminars or activity for both pair and the host family. So the host family will be reminded about the contract and the rules of au pairs, and
Yes.
also vice versa. Because some au pairs will be like, "Oh, I'm just here to travel," but we are
Mm-hmm.
here also to understand the family, understand the cultural experience, everything about where country we are at now. Right?
Okay, so at the moment you just got instruction from your are you under an agency?
Yeah, I my host family got the energy au pair. So,
Oh,
yeah, energy au pair.
okay, so you're basically just guided by that agency and not
Yeah,
directly by
but
the
I
government.
found my host family by searching in Facebook. My host
Mm,
family here in Norway, but in Denmark,
social
I
media. That's what
yeah,
social media does, huh?
the power of
Okay.
social media.
Okay. And what valuable lesson can you share with the current au pairs and the last batch of incoming? Yeah,
Um, Embrace flexibility and open-mindedness.
I
Because
agree.
being adaptable to new situations, because we chose to be an au pair, and we have to adapt their culture so we can enhance our au pair experience in Norway or in any other countries and keep an open heart, be proactive in communication, and remember that challenges often lead to personal growth and unforgettable memories. Just
Very
enjoy.
well said. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. I like that.
You?
So,
Uh,
yeah, Cleo, you've got more?
yes, Christy, we know it's a Sunday, but you took your time to be with us and sharing your experiences with our viewers. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thanks.
And yeah, at this point, I think Joanne is ready.
Yes, but I think we will have a special number. I think we have the.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it? Do we have the Harana Panata or should we put her on? Let's see. Oh, no, we have the charity video coming in. So last weekend we had this charity event for the Women's Month, right? Amor?
Yes, yes, yes. I remember that.
Okay, and we have a video for documentation of the whole thing. They had to visit three different crisis centers for women and children, and I think we'll just wait for the video to play.
Okay.
Jeg heter Silje og jobber her på Romerike krisesenter. Jeg ville bare si tusen takk for gavene vi har fått fra dere. Det betyr mye for de som bor her. Hvordan sier jeg? Salamat sa tulong. Salamat sa tulong. Salamat sa tulong.
Kjempebra.
Okay, that was really nice. I actually helped in the editing of that video, so I wasn't like in the volunteer event because I had some things to do. But yeah, I saw the videos and the pictures, and it seems really fun. I wish I could join the next one.
Well, you helped still with your talents,
Yeah.
with your skills. That's what volunteering here means. It's
Yes.
not just being present there, but whatever you have, you utilize your talents, your skills, then you help in your own way.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I
So
think we'll have our next guest, Joanne.
I believe she's ready. Yeah, Joanne.
Afternoon or midday. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Happy to see
Yes.
you.
Hi.
Happy to see you, Joanne.
Yeah, you can maybe you can give a little info
Yeah.
about yourself, Joanne.
Uh, Hello.
Yes, yes.
Loud and clear.
Is it clear?
Yes.
I get some echoes. I don't know.
Let me try to put
It's been like that since I came.
Cleo. Maybe we can put ourselves on mute.
I'll
Okay.
just try to
I'll try to put myself
listen.
my microphone on mute and you can try to like speak. But we can hear you clearly, so if you just wanna like try to talk,
Yeah. I don't know what's going on really.
maybe you can try to use your phone's microphone instead and disable the earphones.
Yeah, I will try that. Mm, Ventlet.
It's okay. Yeah. For those who are viewing this live chat right now, you can comment below on our live video if you want to share something about your au pair experiences or you know opinions about the scheme so we can read through and it would be good as an engagement.
Okay, now. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, it's better.
Yes,
Okay,
it's
thank you. I got some technicality problem here since
yeah, it's no
the
problem,
beginning.
Joanne.
It's no problem. It happens. I thought it was the baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have my baby earlier, but now I gave it to my mom because she needs to sleep. And of course, I couldn't
Yeah,
concentrate in the live program. So,
We
yeah.
understand. Yeah. So yeah, a little intro about yourself, where you're based.
Hi, yeah, I'm Joanne Cabadido, bird now because I'm married. And then I came in Norway 2019 as an au pair as well and stay here like a year and a half. And then to get live with a Norwegian family. And then after a year and a half, I moved to Denmark and continue my au pairing and stay there for almost 2 years as well.
oh, so you were in Norway first.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, unlike what's this Christy, who was in Denmark first and then to Norway.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
opposite.
Yeah, it
Oh,
it varies actually but there's a pattern in Scandinavia usually.
Yeah.
yes, Scandinavian pairing. That's nice. Yeah, and now would like to know more about your au pairing experience. Actually, first off is what were your first few months like in Norway, and how did you adjust to the climate? The culture, the people.
Yeah. It's a bit tough actually the beginning because I came from warm country and then When I came to Norway, it was February, so it was so dark. It's snowing a lot. It was so cold, and then I moved in a countryside because my family was residing in countryside, so we are far from the city. Even in the market, I'm a bit far, and it's uh, even the bus stop, it's far. Like if I need to walk like 30 minutes, so it's a very tough for me to adjust because we we don't have neighbors. I don't know anyone, so
Mm.
it took me few months to adjust. And then the first questions that came to my mind is that, am I really in another country? Because of course the nature, it was so beautiful, uh
Mm.
the fjords, the mountains. It's amazing place, but the uh problem is I cannot connect to anyone because I'm
Yeah.
too far from the city and from the other Filipinos. Although there's a lot of Filipinos in that area as well,
Mm.
who but they are married. And I remember it's only three au pair in that area during those times, and we are far from each other. They are as well a Filipino. So yeah, it's really challenging for me in the beginning, but then I started to embrace, because of course I don't have any choice. And I love being with my host family, even though it's a bit tough as well because I'm not very good in communication as well before. Because before I came to work as an au pair, I was in Hong Kong and Dubai and worked there as a domestic helper. So I like I I work as a domestic helper. That's my thinking when I came here. And so I just keep working and working. And then
Mm.
some other, they advise me not to do that because
Mm.
that's not my work, or my
Yes.
workload is, it's
Correct.
only to just look after the kid I am looking after, which she was 7 months by that time, and then just do some household work. I shouldn't do a lot like a
Yes.
domestic helper. So by that, when I understand fully, I talk to my host family, because after few months they get used to me working nonstop. Because it feels so happy for me to just finish everything in one day. It's so
Yes.
satisfying. And as long as my host family is so happy, I am very happy as well. So
Yeah.
uh, and then when I understand that it's not like that, then I just change the routine.
Yeah.
And then yeah, and then of course my host family get shocked why it's like that. So we had to talk, and I just explained to them that uh it shouldn't supposed to be, because it's their first time as well to get an au pair. So they don't know anything as well. Although in the contract, of course, it's like 5 months, but then it's me in the first time that decided to just go on and finish like
Yes.
everything in one day. So they get used to it. So it in the few months it gets normal that everything was done. And then when we talk, uh yeah, it's a little tough to change. It's very challenging, but then we find a way to agree on some tasks that I supposed to do and not to do, then it's get better in the long run.
Yes.
I'm just so proud of you hearing your story, like because I've heard many I work with au pairs now, so I hear many stories like they cannot talk to their host fam. They're so afraid, even though like they work long hours, they cannot say
Yeah.
anything. I'm just so proud of you for just standing up to that, talking to your host fam in a
Yes.
proper manner, and at the same time working hard, like showing them that this is what we are. Like, I'm just so proud of Filipinos there. Like, we're so hardworking, and I think the
Yes.
whole world knows that.
Well,
Um,
Yeah.
my yeah. Sorry to interrupt, but my host family were so understanding as well. They are very open. But in the beginning, like, of course, I used to work as a domestic helper. So my mindset is like a domestic helper.
Yeah,
I
I
couldn't
can.
mm,
say, yeah, what I feel the first few months. It's like just keep working, but then sometimes I feel so tired, and in my heart, it's like I'm also I just wanted to speak out, but then I am a little bit skeptic or scared or afraid maybe to just
Yes.
talk to them because you know I'm still new to this program, but then it took me some time to took courage to just talk, and then we just sit and open on what we both feel. And then, yeah, I was just so happy that my host mom, especially, is very open and very understanding. And she know what we get into. So it's tough, but it works in both of us. We just compromise to each other.
Yes. Yes.
okay. So, hearing that story, I think the main challenge that you had was, first thing was the connection with people, yeah.
Yeah,
And second was the what's this? The long hours that you used to do
Yeah.
before, but
uh-huh.
you made it a point to talk to them. So kudos to you. But how did all this au pair experience change your life?
Well, in the long run, I really enjoy au pairing. When everything changed, we get more close with my host family. I started joining them with their weekend trips, even for summer trip, because my host family was very adventurous. They were very athletic. So during winter time, they are always in the mountain doing skiing. And during summertime, they were always sailing. So uh, when we build that very strong relationship, it's like we are like a family already. That whatever they go, they always consider or asking me if I wanted to join. And sometimes, of course, I say yes, and then sometimes no, because in the long run I've met some friends, so I usually I spending weekends with my friends, because during those days I have like half day afternoon during Friday where I started my off until Sunday. So
Mm.
we agree that since I was far from my friends, it's not so easy to just get out during working days. Then
Exactly.
we agreed that it will work like that. So yeah, it's just I really enjoy in total the experience as an au pair. I experience how to be how the Norwegian culture is. I know more people, and then yeah, how they their day to day life, and then being I met some Norwegian as well, and I've attended some Norwegian feria or gatherings, and I started falling in love with the Norwegian culture, that it was far different from what in my mind before. I get to know more about Norwegian, that they were very open, and they will not look at you at what you are right now, but then they accept you as a person. Or,
Yes.
yeah,
So yeah, in the end, it worked very well for you. You found a
Yes.
family in Norway. You made that connection in Norway. Yeah, that's what you've been
Yeah,
looking
that's really
for.
nice. I
And in the
think,
end, she found, I think, her husband in Norway. Yeah.
yeah, during my parents, I've been to. dating site as well, and there I found my husband.
That's
Oh
nice.
yeah, that's really nice. There's
Yeah,
some romance after
yeah,
that.
because you know what you will gonna do when you are in far from the city, so you cannot go out. So what I did is just be in my phone or sometimes being in the forest as well. So yeah,
Yes, yes. Okay, so those are really some wonderful memories, Joanne. I think there are I am also an au pair, so I know what you're saying about communication and trying to like there is this mindset for like especially if you've worked in like other countries like outside of Europe, you would have this. I think it would be ingrained in your system to do these things if that's your livelihood
yeah,
before, and then being an au pair is kind of like a more relaxed version of it, but sometimes you
mhm,
just tend
it's
to
very relaxed.
think. And us Filipinos, we're very like we're big people pleasers. We just like to like, oh yeah, maybe yeah, and so there's kind of that feeling of being awkward when you feel like they're probably not satisfied with what you're doing.
Yeah,
So I know what you mean. Um, as a foreigner, as a Nishiri folk, I do have more questions for you. If given another chance to go through it again, if you want, if just in case, for example, what would you do differently? And um, when it comes to applying or like exiting, if just let's just say that you did not like meet your husband, like were you planning to like leave Norway and do another program or
yeah. Uh, if I'm still young, I still have the chance to be a pair. Of course, I wanted to try being au pair in different country because au pairing is so much fun for me. Maybe especially when you are living in the city where you are not limited or you can do more compared to when you are living in the countryside because
mm-hmm.
it's my experience in Norway is it's different or it's like the opposite when I moved to Denmark. That Denmark I live in Copenhagen, so it's
Yeah.
city, it's accessible, and then I find it more fun to travel and to meet more people because as well in Copenhagen there's a lot of Filipino pairs, so you can meet Filipinos anywhere actually. So
Yeah.
I think I would love to be more in the city so it's easily to connect with other people and you can experience more. Like here in Trondheim as well. Like Amor, I was also volunteer in Caritas before
Oh.
Amor, and then yeah, it's more fun and it's a lot more chance to have more outside and indoor activities compared to the countryside. So if I will be given another chance, I will always choose to be in a city to meet more people and to uh, know more about their culture, attend more uh, cultural activities like that.
Okay, yeah. I know what you mean. I live 30 minutes away from Oslo, so it was actually on my top priorities to when I moved here. I was like, I'm gonna get a family in Oslo because I'm not sure if I could like it's gonna be challenging to move like in the not in the central, and I was just not so ready to. I lived in Belgium as well, so I was in the third city, and it was tough. I was just usually I would spend my weekends just eating by myself by the canal and just like
Yeah,
feeding pigeons, and it was quite sad actually because there were no au pairs. So I
yeah,
kind of resonate
exactly.
with your with what you're saying. So I have one last question. What valuable lessons did you learn from your experience as an au pair, and can you share um and what can you share with the last batch? Like the last, this is the last batch of au pairs right now, and there's gonna be no next generation.
Yeah, what I've learned is you need to be more vocal and open on what do you feel don't always consider what they feel, but also
Yes.
consider on what you feel. And Scandinavian, or they are more open compared to our culture, that we are always you know we always put
Yeah.
ourselves in where we are placing. For example, if you are working as a domestic helper, so your mindset is always, okay, I don't have a freedom of speech. But then if you are
Yes.
aware, you have all the rights, you have the freedom of speech. As long as you talk to them in a nice way, of course, you express your feelings in a nice way, and they are open to that. It's easier to communicate with the host family here in Scandinavian. So yeah, just be open and try to consider them as your family, because in the long run, uh, it's it's who they are that will gonna help you in the future. If in case you will get in trouble, your host family will always be your safe side, not other people. Other people might, uh, some other people will say different things, but always trust your host family, like that. So be open and just enjoy the freedom to be unaware, because you have a lot of chance to travel. If you have the money, of course,
The reason,
just explore
yes.
and travel and enjoy Europe. Don't hesitate to spend some money just to experience Europe, because
Yes, that's
Europe is
true.
very nice. Norway is very nice. I love this place. So I'm happy to here and living with my family now.
That's
Thank
really
you,
nice,
Joanne.
Joanne.
Yeah, we love hearing that those kinds of stories. That's very insightful, actually, and I hope this helps our current au pairs who are tuned in now. To know, as you said, know their rights, how to go about it when when you think you're having a little bit of a challenge with your host fam. I think that's the number one challenge that most of the au pairs are have right now,
Yeah.
right, Cleo?
Yes, actually, it's usually communication, and I think since it's going to be a pattern when if someone, if the especially if the host family got used to this treatment from other au pairs, they expect the same thing from the next
Mm,
au pair. So it's just about breaking the pattern, breaking
Yeah.
the cycle of, it's usually um we are different people, and it's not like just because it's okay with her, it's gonna be okay with the next au pair. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
we're not cookie cutter
yes,
versions of Filipinos where we're just like, oh, she's Filipina, she's gonna be fine with it. So I think it's about breaking the cycle and just knowing your rights and learning to communicate with your host, and setting your boundaries.
Yeah.
correct.
That's
Yeah.
very important.
So yeah, at this time we hate to see you go. We'd like to
Yes.
continue as much as we'd like to continue this conversation. You need to be with your family. It's Sunday, so yeah. Thank you
Yes.
for coming, for
Thank you
gracing the
for
show,
spending
Joanne.
your time with us
Yeah,
Thank you as well
and
for
sharing your
uh,
experiences.
being a guest.
thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Bye,
Have a
Joanne.
good
Maraming
day.
Hiya,
salamat.
Hade.
Hadi.
Hada.
So there you go. It has been so great hearing from our au pairs, their firsthand
Yes.
experience with the program. But at this point, before we move on to the next part of the program, we'd like to share this rendition of Someone's Gonna Sing Fly Me to the Moon by one of our talented members to put you in a relaxed Sunday afternoon mood.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. In other words, I love you.
And we're back. That was such a relaxing rendition. That's one of my favorite songs. Are we on? Cleo, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Okay. Um, yeah, that was a really nice rendition, and whoever that volunteer is has a really nice voice.
I wish I could sing like that. Yes.
Yes.
They're very talented actually, those members that we have here. So thank you. And then for our viewers who are interested to know more about FHS activities, we've invited members from our different core groups to talk about their activities. And first up is from our team, Team Neen. Hoo-hoo. PC Renz, are you
Yes.
ready?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
We can.
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay, perfect. So, hello to all of our viewers. I'm the plant coordinator of Team Newbie Norway. My name is Renz, and I'll just be sharing with you some of Team Newbie in Norway's activities for this month. All right. So, for Team Newbie in Norway, first, let me introduce our team. So, the Filipino Helping Society in Norway aims to help immigrants in Norway integrate into Norwegian society through its core program, FHS Newbie in Norway. As a team, in Norway, or Team NEEN, as we call ourselves, produces activities and events that aim to improve immigrants' Norwegian language skills and knowledge about Norwegian society. So, how do we do this? So, first, for our information sharing campaign, we will be having our Digi seminar next week, actually, on the 27th of April at 11 o'clock in the morning. The topic of this Digi seminar is how to apply for a permanent residency in Norway. So, this Digi seminar, it will be happening through StreamYard, I believe, as well. So, hopefully, you can join us through the same through our live or through our Digi seminar. Next, we have other upcoming activities. We'll be producing a video, Tips to Newbies. So, part of our campaign to help immigrants integrate into Norwegian society, we'll be sharing about how to save money for summer vacation. This video will be coming out on the 27th of April. So, it's been very sunny. Hopefully, we'll have a good summer vacation as well. And also, we're going to be having a Sprok Cafe. In our digital Sprok Cafe, you can practice your Norse and speak with other Norse learners. And we will be having that on the 6th of May. So watch out for the update on that. And then, sorry, let me see. It's not. Mm-hmm. Okay. But for our other posts about language sharing, Nishirinin and Forex, we share about things that we are curious about in the Norwegian language, and we also give examples or practical tips on how to use it in your everyday conversation. So please just like the Filipinske Yelpasamfun's Facebook page, and you'll see our posts there. Yeah, that's it for Team Mean. Thank you.
Thank you. Very busy bee, PC Renz. Thank you very
Yeah, thank
much.
you, Vice.
Thank you. See you later.
See you later.
Well, who's next up, Theo?
Okay, so we have our I think we have
I think it's
our next
HB.
guest.
Oh, okay.
Yes. We're going to be having guest number three, and
Oh, I
let me
think
just
PC Rai is she on?
is she let me check. Is she okay? So are you presenting
I think
or
PC Rai is here for Team Health, right? Yeah,
okay,
Yes,
PC
yes.
Rai.
yes. Hello,
Yeah.
everyone. I'm going to present our team's activities. I am from Hilsa Valdedicat team. I am PC Rai. So here. So in team Hilsa Valdedicat, we have three sub-teams, which is health promoters, empowering us, and health extenders. And for health promoters, we have healthy tips and healthy nourish where they're providing health tips or health tips for everyone. And also it's on English and Norse. And under Empowerinas, we have motivation and motivation, which is this posting about motivation, and it's also in English and Norse. And they also have the Empoweriness percent for empowering women. And under Help Extenders, we have Mesmo. And also we have charity podcasts, and we're going to have the podcast posting this coming week. And we also have the merchandise, FHS merchandises, and the fundraising events. We did the fundraising events in Health Extenders, which we have this um, fundraising for our March uh, Women's Month event. And we're going to topic about the charity event and fundraising for the podcast this month. So it will be posted this coming week. And we also have the Carbine, which is the career builder in Norway, where we're having event for how to be how to have your occupation, or you want to have to build your career in Norway. And this is the shared activity of the three sub-teams. And yeah, that's all. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rai.
Hindi naman papakabog si PC Rai and the team.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. See you.
I think we
Okay.
have another team who'd like to promote their activities as well. Do we have VS Myrish?
Okay. Let me see if we have VS Myrish right now. Uh, okay. I think right now we don't have.
Okay,
Yeah, we don't have them on. So I guess we'll proceed with our third guest.
that's right. And
Mhm.
our third guest, actually, we have to call her back in. It's PC
Yes.
Renz. Um, yeah,
Hi, I'm back.
hello. Renz, tell us about a little about yourself.
Yeah, so I am an au pair here in Barum commune. And I have been in Norway for close to 7 months. Actually, 7 months today. It is
Oh,
my
wow.
seventh monthsary today. Yeah,
Happy Matsuri.
Happy anniversary,
yeah.
yes.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you come to know about this Norwegian au pair program, and how was your experience in finding host to securing a visa? Was it easy, hard?
Yeah, I learned about the au pair program in general from my sister because she was an au pair in the Netherlands. And I was actually planning to au pair there first, but then they changed the age range, or they lowered the age bracket to 25 years old. But I
Mm.
was already 27 at the time. So, but I saw that in Scandinavia, they're open for up to 30 years old. So I thought, why don't I go to Norway, one of the most,
Yes.
one of the least populated places on earth?
You don't look
Yeah.
like
But,
you're over 20, 25, 27. Huh?
Yeah.
oh, thank you. I'm 29, turning 30 soon. So yeah, and I saw that in Norway they have really good, nature, and I'm curious about Scandinavia because it's one of those places that aren't really popular on popular media. So I was curious, what is it in Norway? So I thought, maybe I'll go there. As for the visa processing, yeah, if the thing is, if you have the proper documents, it's very easy to submit an application. And in my experience, when they said the application, you will get a decision after 4 months, exactly 4 months later almost, I got my decision and I got my visa, and that I am allowed to become an au pair in Norway. So it was quite easy for me because I just prepared all of the documents that they needed. Yeah.
When you say proper documentation, this is the list of the required documents that you get only from UDI website. So you didn't need
Yes.
to call anyone, or so is that how easy it was?
Um, yeah, I believe I just because I worked with Energy Au Pair as well, same with our first guest. So they just sent me the checklist, and I just did my best to gather all of those documents. And it was just a matter of contacting my host to get the documents from her part, and get her to send them over in the to the Philippines, where I had to submit my application. So yeah, coordinating the documents was quite easy. You just have to really keep updating your host, for example. And she was also eager to have me as soon as possible. So yeah, just get all of the documents ready and wait patiently. Yeah,
Patient. Yes, that's one key word there. Patient.
yeah.
Yeah, so when you got here, what were your first couple of months in Norway like? Did your host and work arrangement meet your expectations? And how did you adjust to this environment?
Mhm. Yeah, actually, when I got here last September, the weather was amazing. It was like 17 degrees and sunny. And
Good for
then,
you.
yeah, really, really good for me. Yeah. As for the work and the host, uh, yeah, because my knowledge of the au pair program comes from my sister, and for her hosts were like a dream, honestly. So yeah, I guess before I came here, I thought I would have the same experience, that things would be very, very smooth, the transition, because her hosts in the Netherlands gave her like this book where she read everything, and there were instructions there for her, kind of like a guidebook, au pair guidebook for that the family themselves made for her. So it was quite
Hmm.
easy. But when I came here and I came to my host, I was quite surprised that she just let me be. she
Yeah.
she just kind of let me figure things out on my own. And it's a good thing that I'm a little bit, tech savvy. I used all of my resources like Google Translate, researching how to book a you know um, an appointment with a police district, um, uh, how to navigate the trains and Oslo, for example. So
Yes.
yeah, it was quite an adjustment for me. And yeah, I didn't quite expect, how much emotional work is involved in being an au pair. Yeah, I think that's one thing that they don't tell you about being an au pair. They say
Yeah.
it's amazing, you get to be with the family and enjoy culture, but a big part of that is maintaining a good psychological environment for yourself and for the
Exactly.
family. And
Mm.
yeah, if you come into a family that might be having some issues or something like that, that might be something that is very challenging for someone. But a good thing for me is I'm actually taking my master's in psychology. So when I came into a family that felt like the dynamics were a little off, yeah, a lot of people said, just find a new family. But I kind of like took it on as a challenge to see if I can practice, the profession that I wanted to be in, which is psychology. And yeah, it was quite hard. But after 7 months, I think we have come into kind of like it has become a very healthy environment now, I think. So I'm really glad that I was able to work through that. Yeah.
Okay. When you mentioned that there's like a weird dynamic, was it between you and the host, or was it internal, like the parents, like between them?
Actually, my host is a single mom, so
Oh.
yeah, so it was kind of like and she has two boys, so it's kind of hard to manage two very active boys. Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah, that yeah, kind of, because as an au pair or coming from your own family, you might have, for example, set rules like, for example, kids should always look neat and clean and all of that. That's a big thing in the Philippines, I think.
Yes.
Like parents get angry when kids look, madungis, as they
Yes.
say. Yeah, but when I came here, like the kids were free to roam and all that, and it felt a little bit like, oh, that's interesting. It's kind of a more carefree environment, and for me, I was open to that. I was like, okay, so this specific family has this certain way of life. But I think that's also the thing with being an au pair. You have to also understand what are the values of the host family that you are kind of joining, and
Yes.
kind of see um, what are your own values, and how do you kind of balance, sharing your values to them and kind of accepting what values they also have in their
Yeah.
life or in
And
their
just meeting them
family life.
halfway.
Mhm.
Yeah, you need to meet
Yeah.
them halfway. Yeah, definitely.
Yes. Okay. So as a fellow au pair, I'm curious. So far, what cultural activities have you tried so far, and what do you think of Norway and the Norwegian people?
Well, last winter I was very lucky, or maybe unlucky. They said it was like an unseen. Well, it was kind of a rare winter because we got so much snow. So I took advantage of that and went skiing. So I think when you and I live near Holmenkollen, so
Oh.
being up there and looking like an absolute beginner, I was quite shy. I was afraid of like, oh, these Norwegians, they're so good at skiing,
Yes.
and I'm like falling
You
on my ass, falling all the time.
yeah, you
Yeah,
get very self-conscious. Actually, that's also one of my problems that I really delayed getting into skiing because I just don't want to look like a fool in front of everyone who's every local would see me. So
Oh my god, I haven't even tried it myself, and I've been here for 2 years. What's
you
happening?
should try it.
Okay,
You should
yeah,
try it.
It's
Yeah.
late though now, so yeah,
Yeah.
let's wait for
You're gonna
the
have
next.
to wait the next winter. So
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so I tried that, and the thing that I really love about the Norwegian people is they really appreciate when they see you trying to integrate or to learn about their culture, because yeah, the people on the track would say, yeah, good job, and they would ask me, how long have you been skiing? I would say, oh, just 2 hours, and they would say, that's really good. And even when I try to speak Norse, they would say, "Oh, your Norse is so nice," or "Your Norse keeps improving." I think as the thing about Norwegian people, what I've noticed is they say they're a little bit, cold or closed off. But the thing is, once you kind of get to know them and they see that you are authentically interested in them and their culture, they really warm up and they really kind of welcome you into Norwegian society. So yeah, it's kind of like Norway. At first, it's cold and difficult or hard to kind of get to know, but once you've
yes.
gotten into the flow of things here and gotten to know the people, it's actually very, a very hygge, as they say, a very nice
Yes.
place to be. Yeah.
Yes, I understand what you mean. I have a couple of Norwegian teammates. I play football, so before used to think that Norwegians don't do the beso, like you know, and I would think that it's just very not in their personality or in their culture to do that. And I remember one time my teammate came up to me and I haven't seen her in a while because she got pregnant, and she came up to me and she was gonna do the beso to me, and I was I was so surprised. I kind of like looked away and she was like, "Oh," and it was quite awkward, but I was like, "I didn't know you do these things." So
Mhm.
because it's just to me, it's like do they even do it? And then I kind of realized if they know you, if they got to warm up, like, and they know that you're like kind of a friend already to them, they're really nice. It's kind of just like a stereotype for them.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, if you were asked one thing that could be improved in the program for current au pairs, what would be the first on your list?
Um, I think it would be to that we need to make sure that once the au pairs get into Norway, that they are actually able to have contact with other people. Like, for example, when I came here, I was just given like a list of contact of people to contact and things like that. Like, for example, Caritas and UDI and so on. But like, so when you get here, you don't have a mobile number. You are still establishing yourself. You're kind of very dependent on your host. And what if, for example, in my case, you got the host to kind of just let you be? So it's a good thing that I was able to kind of maneuver my way or find my way around, getting my D number, a bank account, and all of that. But yeah, I think when you come to Norway, they should also kind of require maybe certain communes to have physical meetings, kind of get-togethers to check on the au pairs, because once you get to the country, um, we don't know what's happening to other au pairs, and that's kind of what opens up all of these issues that you have mentioned earlier, like the exploitation and the abuse maybe. And as mentioned by previous guests or by you guys, I think as Filipinos, medyo nahihiya tayo. We're kind of people pleasers. We're not very vocal, so there is a tendency to kind of um, yeah, um be isolated, yeah,
Yes.
when you first come to Norway. So I think it would be great if for each commune, like au pairs can have like a group where they can come to discuss their experience with other au pairs as well.
Yes, actually, I agree with you. Like there's this Facebook group, and oftentimes it will be like a platform for most au pairs in Scandinavia to communicate. And there's a lot of questions that is being answered by just your fellow au pairs, and they have different opinions and different, everything is hearsay. So it's like most of the au pairs, like I think since you just have to read it by yourself, you have to like research the rules again and again, that you just sometimes just want to ask a fellow au pair. But if there is like a seminar or like kind of a refresher every time, like maybe once a year, it would be a very great tool for people, and like even the host families and the au pair, to kind of be reminded that this is how it's supposed to be, and not like, oh yeah, it's fine, it's gonna be okay, and just like it becomes a cycle. So yeah. And
Yeah.
another question, what valuable lessons can you share with current au pairs and the last batch of incoming au pairs for like this program?
Mhm. Yeah. So definitely you need to yeah, it was mentioned before already. You need to be able to communicate. Before you even come here, you need to be able to be clear about your boundaries, to be clear about the contract that you are entering, and you need to be able to communicate that with your host. So, yeah, because when you are here already, you are in a vulnerable position because you are an immigrant. So, prior to coming to Norway, you should be able to be confident that you know how to communicate your boundaries, for example, or how to yeah, stick to the contract, for example. And yeah, don't forget to enjoy Norway, the country, and all of the cultural activities, because I know for some people it's yeah, you feel, because Norway is such a big place, but there's very few people, so it's hard to get in contact with the Norwegians, maybe. So yeah, try activities. For me, what really kind of what is my second home here in Oslo is the Deichman Bjørvika. So yeah, find maybe a place outside of your host family's home where you can kind of enjoy Norwegian society. Don't just depend on your host to introduce Norway to you. You can also find
Yes.
ways to get to know Norway yourself. Yeah, so those are my words for the last batch of au pairs.
Yes, thank you. I, as a fellow au pair, understand what you mean. It's, I kind of was in the same position. I wasn't exactly introduced to anyone, and I had to figure out everything by myself. I was just told, oh, it's like this and like that. And then I just had to do everything by myself. And also to find, I was able to find first a group of fellow au pairs, and then I kind of also tried to look for a international circle, because that's mainly my purpose in being an au pair, is to get out there and like meet international people. And so it worked out. Actually, I also joined a team, and I think one of the things that I would suggest for au pairs who are trying to like experience or like meet more locals, is to find a group, like maybe a running group, a hiking group, or like I mean, I joined a football team, and yeah, it was really nice. It's, I think one of the best ways to meet Norwegians is to find an activity and like spend time with them in that activity. And I mean, some people would say dating apps, but I don't really do dating apps. So just kind of, so yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your insights and experiences, friends. We've had some really awesome guests today. And I
Yeah.
love that we're very candid with our experiences and our sharing as au
Yeah, thank
pairs.
you as well.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Renz.
Thank you, Red. Thank you, PC Reds. See you. Bye.
Bye bye. So nice to hear. So that's Renz who's shared her own experiences. So as you can tell, they have different experiences, how
Yes.
they approach each. But I think the main thing here is the communication that they
Yes.
mentioned. Yeah. Um, we're almost approaching our concluding this program, but before that, I think we have another team who'd like to promote their activities from Team Kulturang Pinoy or NOIP.
Yes, VS Myrish. Hi. I think your mic is on mute. If you could
Yeah.
just like, yeah, perfect.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
That's perfect. So, yeah, presenting myself. Hello everyone. My name is Myrish. I'm the volunteer simulator of Kulturang Noipi. So I'm here to present to you our remote activities. So in Team Kulturang Noipi, we have three sub-teams and we have Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And in Luzon, we have several activities. The first one is the Bugtungan. Bugtungan in English is riddles. Yeah, we post some riddles on Facebook page, which you can also see. And then we also have Salawikain or proverbs in English. Yeah, we present some quotes to make life a little easier. And then we have Lutong Pinorsk. This is very interesting. We are showcasing Filipino and Norwegian cuisine. We show videos and recipes and how to do it. And of course, we are inviting everyone to send their entries. You are very welcome to be featured on our Facebook page if you send us a video of you cooking something. And you can send all your entries uh, on our email info@fhsnorge.org. And so that's it for Luzon, and we go for Visayas. In Visayas, we have also activities. First is our FHS Live. So the one we're doing right now is from Visayas, which is actually for today, is being presented by Team Nin. But FHS Live, we go for live for an hour about certain topics. And then we have Harana Punata. These are audio recordings from people sending their beautiful voices. So, yeah, recordings, songs. And then we have from Mindanao. So in Mindanao, we have first Kultura Trivia. So in here, we are showcasing Filipino culture values. Yes. And then we have Beauty of Norway. So here we post some beautiful places in Norway uh, on our Facebook page. And of course, again, you are very welcome to also send us your entries at info@fhsnorge.org. And last but not the least, our new activity in Team KN, we have Numbalik. So we are narrating some Filipino cultures and values. And yeah, and we are inviting you to please watch our videos on Facebook page. So I think that's all the activities from Team Kulturang Noive. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Myrish.
Thank you, Myrish. So yeah, Cleo. I think just to wrap up our topic for today, we would like to leave some insights from our discussion.
Mhm.
And I'm thankful that I hosted the show with you. I learned a lot, Cleo, and got to know our guests and their inspiring, very,
Yes.
very inspiring stories from our
Yes.
au pairs. So for those who are still currently au pairs, I think my takeaway would be like, be in the society, connect with people through like organization like FHS, learn from them. You get emotional support because you will be needing it big time, especially when you go on your own, not only as an au pair but as a migrant
Yes,
person.
exactly.
And then you do your own research, as PC Renz said, about the society you're getting into. You are here for a cultural exchange anyways, so you don't waste your time. Learn everything that you can, and you'll be surprised that appreciation will just flood your way. You'll be appreciated by the locals, that they when they see that you try your best to learn, and more importantly, tell them that you like their culture, no? I think, you know, kasi
Yes.
sabi nila madaling mag-accommodate ang Norwegians when you tell them like, "Oh, I like this and that," these
Yes,
activities
that's
about
true.
Norway. And then I think you have to stay true to your goals, if you're here as an au pair, then show them what you've got, what you're
Yes.
capable of. Who knows? It might take you places. You might meet somebody who offers you opportunities. No one knows,
Yes.
Yeah, opportunities usually come unexpectedly.
Yes.
And then, you learn how to manage your own expectations and your host fam's expectations.
Yes.
Be upfront, but in a diplomatic way.
Yes, yes, that's true.
Yeah. So that's my takeaway here. How
Yeah.
about you? How about you, Graham?
For me, yes, I think most of the like important things have already been mentioned. I think for me, since this program is being shut down now, I've I do a lot of research about the opinions of the au pairs and the host families when this was being on trial in the court, because I was really following the news about this. And for me, I think as an au pair, because I've done it twice, it resonates so
Mm,
much with me, and it's something that is really close to my heart. I think that from what I've heard, and especially I think this program is closely related to a lot of Filipinos, and it's
mhm,
I would say it's mainly kind of shut down, sadly, because of the exploitation of Filipinos. Because it's mostly, if you read the news and if you've seen a lot of reports and even studies about it. I've read a lot of studies from like universities here in Norway and even from other parts of Scandinavia. Um, it's usually a Filipino who's being like studied, and like it's usually an example. So I would say that it's bittersweet that it's gonna be shut down, but in some ways for me, the decision of the government to shut down this program is kind of in some ways sad, but for me it's kind of a relief that I would know that other girls who I've heard like bad stories about, like they wouldn't be experiencing that anymore. And for me it's a good call from the government that they did that.
mhm.
So yeah, and for the current au pairs, I would say just really, if you think that you need to stand your ground and be firm with your boundaries, just keep on doing that, because I know that a lot of girls are still in this challenging phase. It's always like fluctuating whether you're like in a good, but for sure there are good like I would say maybe there are also a big portion of like au pairs with very smooth relationship with the host. I myself, more on the good side, I would say, because I was very firm with my expectations from the very beginning. But for sure there are challenges, and it's not like a walk in the park for sure, because you're an immigrant and you always have this inkling in your head that you're, oh, maybe it's like as an immigrant, I have a lot of vulnerabilities, and I have very I have these weak spots in the society and this society in Europe, because so yeah, for me, the closure of the scheme is bittersweet. So yeah.
Okay. You know, um, yeah, that's true. I'm also sad for those who have this on, future plans. But
Yeah.
yeah, this program, we have to admit that with its goal, it has helped a lot of people from all over the world.
Yes.
It's not just from the Philippines, and still helps people,
Yeah.
not only financially, but mainly to discover, a lot about the world, people, culture, and themselves as well, their
Yeah.
strengths, and fostering their values. It's just that you have to, as a person going out of your own, getting out of your country, then getting out of your comfort zone, you have to know your strengths, your weaknesses. You have to equip yourself. Don't
Yes.
just
Yes, that's
depend
true.
on the government. Just you have to equip yourself. Yeah, I'm those who have had their experience before, in this program, I just hope that this topic brought a lot of good memories and,
Yes, that's true.
reignited your passion for learning, continuous learning, and for life
Yes.
overall. So I think this is
Yes.
such an interesting, very good topic for today.
Yes. It's actually
Yeah,
very eye opening, and I think, yeah, I hope people can share this. Will be recorded and will be on the Facebook page, and it can be viewed. Like, you can replay this video, and it would be nice to for people to see what we have shared here.
I agree. Thank you. So we're wrapping up for now. Thank you
Yes,
for watching
wrapping
our
up.
show. Thank you, Cleo, for
Thank
today.
you
Thank
so
you
much
to
for
all
some
our
more.
guests, to our
Yes.
technical team, Pisurens. And yeah, we hope that you gained some meaningful insights into the life and experiences of our au pairs in Norway. For feedback or suggestions, please drop us a message before we finally end the program. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. We really had a great time with everyone tonight. So have a great weekend.
Hade, hade bra.
Bye.